Muy buenas a todos, gente, ¿cómo estáis? Bienvenidos de nuevo al canal, bienvenidos a otro capítulo más del Let's Play del cuarto episodio de The Council. Como siempre, muchísimas gracias por estar ahí, un verdadero placer pues disfrutar de nuestro hobby, los videojuegos. Y en esta ocasión la historia protagonizada por Louis de Richet, ya sabéis, este joven que pues en el capítulo anterior descubrió que era un demonio. Dicho directamente de su padre, el amigo Lord Mortimer, y que nos comentó que Sarah, la que pensábamos que era nuestra madre natural, pues no lo era. Realmente vivimos una mentira. Un capítulo muy simpático, un capítulo muy entretenido de The Council, que realmente está adquiriendo otro tono completamente diferente a lo que estábamos acostumbrados hasta ahora. Antes de iniciar el capítulo de hoy, pediros que por favor, si os gusta el vídeo, si os gusta el contenido, si pasáis un buen rato, pues no dudéis en dejar un buen like, que no os cuesta nada, y ayudáis, apoyáis y realmente es muy bien recibido y animáis un montón realmente, ¿no? A que el canal pues siga a la orden del día y siga pues dándole caña, como digo, a los videojuegos, nuestro hobby. Vamos a continuar, vamos a seguir la conversación que teníamos con Lord Mortimer en esa maravillosa sala de esa maravillosa mansión. Vamos allá.
Not too shaken up. You've experienced many significant events since your arrival.
Ah, sí.
You can say that again.
For now, I think you ought to find Sarah, my son. You ought to talk things over with her.
So she's been lying to me all along?
Let her justify herself. What's done is done. Sarah must explain herself. You must clear the air. We'll have all the time we need to talk afterwards. But all in good time. Before you join her, I'd like to give you something. As a demon, I would like to introduce you to your first talent.
What do you mean?
Open your mind, my son. Relax. You hold immense power. It's already there inside you. Empty your mind of all thoughts. Just let me show you the way.
I should relax.
Open your mind. Hear my voice. Feel the vibrations and listen to what has been happening to you deep inside, but which you have been concealing. Trust yourself. It's all already in there.
I can hear something.
Now breathe.
It's a sound, very faint.
That's right. Concentrate on it. My voice is growing fainter, but I am here.
Whispers, words, mixed voices.
Focus on one of them. Don't be afraid.
I sense a stream. Some words are clear, but not all of them.
Let them enter into your mind.
I hear them. Now I can hear a clear voice.
Well done, Louis. Congratulations.
What was it?
You are now able to read people's minds.
¿En serio?
What?
You heard me. From now on, whenever a human speaks to you, you will be able to read their current thoughts. So, if you need to know something in particular from someone, all you have to do is make them think about it.
Pero es una habilidad que podemos usar nosotros en el apartado jugable. Pero estaría quebrándoles el espíritu, ¿no? Pero no sería una vulneración de su privacidad.
But I'd be violating their mind.
Otro genial.
No, nothing of the sort. You won't really be penetrating their psyches. Let's just say you'll be picking up residual signals emitted by their thoughts. It isn't intrusive at all, rest assured. There are also a few rules you need to
Sangre
know that
fresca.
govern this.
Sabes leer los pensamientos superficiales de la gente. Has tenido una revelación sobre tus orígenes.
When used between ourselves, you can read the thoughts of demons as well as of humans. But be careful. A demon more experienced than yourself will know that you are spying and will often react quite
O sea que si nos ponemos a leer la mente de un demonio, está mal visto y reaccionará violentamente.
But let's be clear. What is most considered bad form is getting caught. So I would advise against trying to read the thoughts of Gregory, for example.
Home?
Yes, the old grump is touchy and rather a stickler about the conventions. On that note, go and see Sarah, Louis. Otherwise, she might leave without you. We'll continue this discussion later if you want. Just join me in my study when you've finished.
Leer pensamientos. Ya eres capaz de escuchar los pensamientos superficiales de tus interlocutores. Cada vez que leas la mente costará un punto de esencia. Puedes recuperar 1 cuando te encuentras a una inmunidad, 2 si te aprovechas una vulnerabilidad y 3 si consumes un abrojo. Puedes recuperar 1 con una inmunidad, 2 vulnerabilidad y 3 si consumes abrojo. Vale, por lo menos el abrojo valdrá para algo. Vale, no sé si será...
Let's see what Mortimer's thinking about.
He is thinking he might not have been clear enough with you.
Vale, arrogante. Consigues un punto de habilidad en persuasión, que está bien. Conseguimos un punto. Has probado tus poderes contra Lord Mortimer. Bueno, hombre, a ver, yo creo que quedaría claro que íbamos a intentarlo.
You can hear me think?
Of course I can. I can sense you. For the moment, your mind shines like 1,000 lights because you haven't yet mastered the art of concealment from
Qué
the
curioso,
psyches
tío.
of others. So, I give you a weapon, and the first thing you
Bueno,
do is
hombre,
try
va.
to
Yo creo que
shoot me with it.
vamos,
If
sería...
my intentions were evil, you would already be
Yo
at
creo
my
que es
mercy.
completamente
So
lógico
be
que tengas
very
el poder
careful
y
on
apruebes,
whom
aunque sea en plan
you use the talent.
cachondeo, no sé. Vale.
All right. Please excuse me.
And don't ever apologize, my son. You are far above that from now on. Now go. One more thing. If you want to know the truth about your birth, ask her about Paris, 1763, at 12 Rue des Martyrs. That's where she disemboweled your mother to steal you from me.
De acuerdo, pues nada, tenemos que ir a hablar con Sarah.
It's not that I regret all these discussions, but I must hurry to the wharf.
Tenemos que ir a hablar con Sarah. Por cierto, me mola muchísimo, no hay prácticamente tiempos de carga, ¿eh? Se quitaron muchísimo los tiempos de carga. Eso está muy bien. ¿Alguna otra cosita por aquí? Simplemente por echar un vistazo. Sí. Vale, fantástico. Jalea real, eso está estupendo. Vamos a tomárnosla. Quitamos esto porque nos estamos poniendo de jalea real hasta los ojos. Eso es así. Al principio realmente no gastas mucho, pero luego gastas. Además cada vez gastas más porque por supuesto los enfrentamientos, conversaciones cada vez son más complicadas. Entonces cuesta y gastas un montón de cosas. Vale, un segundo, aquí está... Ah.
Oh no! No, Mother!
Louis, it was an accident, I'm sorry. I didn't have a choice. She attacked me.
¿En serio?
I didn't want to hurt her.
What happened?
I was on the wharf. It was dark. She seemed to be preparing to depart. I moved closer. I wanted us to talk, but as soon as she saw me, she threatened me. I wanted her to explain to me in her own words what had happened to Emma. I had to know what happened, Louis. You understand that, don't you? Is it really for him that you left me, Emily? That's pathetic. Look, he still doesn't get it for crying out loud.
Emma? Oh, the bitch.
Esa mala pécora, matarla.
Bitch.
What? Louis, what's wrong with you?
No, you are not Emily.
Ah, that. It took you long enough to figure it out, though. Oh, I felt sorry for you when I saw you couldn't even recognize her, Louis. What do you expect? It wasn't my fault. Was it perhaps that night we spent together after the conference that persuaded you that I was worth more than her?
What?
Oh, you still don't get it. The night of the conference? It wasn't poor Emily who paid you a little visit in your room. Oh, she was much too busy with
Fue
Monsieur
ella.
Bonaparte.
No, that's not true.
It was me, of course. I assure you, you got something a whole lot better. And when I think she wasn't even armed when I arrived. Right, take a moment to think and meet me at the manor later.
You're crazy.
Now, Louis, don't push it. I understand your grief, but I won't put up with that sort of talk from you or anybody. If he says one more word, I won't be around to satisfy any of his desires.
But you've lost your mind.
That's enough. That's not how you talk to a lady.
Vamos a por ella.
Stark raving mad.
Die, you bitch.
Vamos a por ella, hombre. De acuerdo. A ver. Es que... Superada. He impedido que Napoleón Bonaparte se me hiciera con la lanza. He hablado con Manuel Godoy. He convencido a Jack Perú de que no disparara. He descubierto mi naturaleza de demonio. Fallida. No he llegado a tiempo para salvar a Sara. No he impedido que Lady disparara a Sara. No he descubierto la mentira sobre Sara. Perdimos a Sara, tío, y no conseguimos sacarle nada en absoluto. Esa conversación que teníamos que tener con ella no fue posible. 4 puntos. Veamos. Persuasión, protocolo. Inquisición. Una manipulación. Uno lingüística. Uno en engaño. Y uno en distracción. Vale. Nada, no podemos poner ninguno. Hijo indigno. Qué mala suerte, tío. A ver, tenemos por ahí. Hijo indigno. Con persuasión cuesta un punto de esfuerzo más. Consigues un punto de habilidad en ocultismo. Has dejado que Lady matara a Sara de Richet. No llegamos. No sé si a lo mejor si vas de forma un poco más directa, pero es que realmente. Bueno, puede que a lo mejor haya un tiempo. Y si tardas más de ese tiempo, pues muere. Tampoco lo sabemos claro. Yo no sé realmente cómo funciona esta historia. Pero vamos, tiene la pinta, ¿no? De que. Qué pena.
Rational and open. I spent my whole life swimming in lies. Emily, what a waste. I feel like I know nothing. That I have to learn everything all over again. I'm a demon. I age more slowly. I can mentally manipulate people. I don't even know if it's a good thing or a curse. No, this is an advantage. I could get used to this pretty quickly, I think. Damn it, what a mess. Come on, man up, Louis. I'm still the same old me. Demon or not, I'm still in charge of my actions. And this father, I know nothing about. Yes, I've still got a lot to learn. It's enough to drive you crazy. Everything I believed in, nothing
Es que
holds
imaginaos,
true anymore.
Imaginaos la situación.
Pull yourself together, man. I need to find some answers. There's no way of being alone for a minute.
Vale. ¿Quién tenemos aquí?
Sir Gregory?
Lo sabe.
Good day, Louis.
Lo sabe.
I think it would be good to talk. How are you feeling?
I don't know.
I understand. I heard that William spoke to you at last about our nature
Sí, así es.
and our family. It's a good thing, but you must be a bit shaken up.
That's the least you can say.
I bid you welcome among us, Louis. Knowing William, he probably didn't go into any detail about our family, so if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask.
Vale, inmunidad. ¿Cuántos somos en la familia?
How many of us are there in the family?
We are 8 brothers and sisters.
¿Por qué hermanos y hermanas?
What do you mean by brothers and sisters if we can change bodies?
You reason with logic. We have retained the human habit. When we first come into this world, we retain a certain attachment.
Qué curioso
to
es
our
el primer
first
recipiente,
envelope. If we are born as a man, we are brothers. If we are born as a woman, we are sisters. But I must admit, it has absolutely no real importance. They're just bodies.
¿Hay alguna otra familia?
Well, tell me then, are there any other families like ours?
There are officially 7, but we're the oldest and therefore the most powerful.
How long has our family been in existence?
We have been here since the very beginning.
What do you mean, exactly?
Are you trying to get information from me?
No, not at all. I was just wondering why that particular question seemed to disturb you.
Sé que es una inmunidad, nos la marcaba ahí el abrojo. Pero quería saber qué decía. Vale, ¿por qué se revela Mortimer?
What's Lord Mortimer's problem?
I think he allows himself to be devoured by a need for recognition.
Has he always been like that?
More or less, but thinking about it, I believe that the birth of our latest sibling greatly accentuated his discomfort.
¿Está celoso?
Do you think he's jealous?
I didn't realize you were so good at behavioral analysis. Indeed, William certainly is prone to jealousy. Finding one's place, notably in the eyes of our father, is not easy, and we each do what we can to succeed. But I can't justify this perpetual rebellion against our rules.
¿Hay una cabeza de
Is there a
familia?
head of the
Supongo
family?
que será el padre.
You'll see. You'll meet them all, of course, when you are ready. They created us and set out the rules, especially our father. As for our mother, she retired from the political stage. We don't see her much anymore. I think that all these questions simply bore her.
I see. There is still much to learn.
Yes, it's true. You've got some catching up to do, my boy. One thing you must understand regarding any disagreements that might arise between William and myself is his position with regard to mankind.
What do you mean?
Well, for centuries we've been trying to help and therefore preserve humanity. Monarchies are simple and practical. They enable us to inspire humanity efficiently, and I can't understand why William wants to replace them with democracy.
But if your intention is not to dominate the human race, why not let them be master of their own destinies?
I perfectly understand this type of reaction from you, less from William. The main thing you're lacking is time. Man is transient, and one of his particularities is that he does not learn from the errors of his peers. He uses up an incredible amount of energy building and destroying whatever he himself has put into place. If we weren't here to help them, guide them, I sincerely believe that humanity would have become extinct by now. On the other hand, we are eternal, Louis. When we plan ahead, we do it for the long term.
Hombre, muy a largo plazo.
Yes, I understand, but that's more like tyranny, isn't it?
Well, it's all a question of your point of view. From man's point of view, I can understand how he would have that impression if ever he found out. But don't forget your true nature. From the demon's point of view, in other words, ours,
Claro, sí.
letting man do as he thinks fit.
Según ellos están aquí como para protegernos de
His own
nosotros
demise.
mismos, básicamente.
What about man's freedom
Entonces
to
siempre
choose?
tratan de guiarnos, siempre
Is
tratan
man's worst
desde la
enemy.
sombra, pero están ahí.
Imagine a creature that dies without reaching the age of adulthood. It remains a child. We have to help him, otherwise he will put himself in danger. It has taken centuries for our family to establish relative peace between demons. Thanks to this policy, we have been able to decide everything by confining the other families to subordinate roles. And now William is obsessed with disrupting everything.
Peace between demons? What do you mean?
I'm not talking about conflicts within our family. If that was all there was, everything would
Conflictos
be fine.
entre diferentes
But
familias.
Several other families, younger but nonetheless powerful, are trying to upset the balance. At present, we dominate most of the major countries around the globe. But some families are pushing, via less influential countries, to gain ground. Do you understand?
As best I can, yes.
When the time comes, you must take up a position on the political chessboard. I only hope your father doesn't take you down with him.
¿Está en peligro?
Are you suggesting he might be in danger?
Well, Louis, our father's patience is not limitless. If William ever does go too far, then yes, he will be in danger. I want you to make an informed choice. Now go and see your father, see what he has to say, and then think it over very carefully.
That's exactly what I intended to do. Thank you, Uncle.
Don't mention it. If I've been able to help you in any way, go now.
Vale, de acuerdo, vamos a ver a nuestro padre. Después de hablar con nuestro tío. Madre mía. Qué locura, tío, qué maldita locura. Qué maldita locura, en serio, el giro que pegó la historia en este episodio es muy loco. Y por lo que veo, por supuesto, el capítulo siguiente, obviamente, será va a ser el desenlace. El quinto episodio, que no sé cuándo verá la luz, calculo que, bueno, en un mes y pico.
His Holiness. Oh, I haven't the time.
Vale. Yo tampoco tengo tiempo para usted. Hay personajes que realmente prácticamente, hombre, aparecen, pero casi están como en segundo plano, ¿eh? Todo se centra en Louis, Lord Mortimer. Bien, pues vamos a hablar con nuestro pater. Vamos a hablar con Lord Mortimer. Qué giro, tío, más terrible, en serio. Giro terrible el de la historia. Ahí está.
Louis, I was sure you would stay. I'm proud of you. You have made the right choice. Now you are definitively free from your sister's lies. And from her.
¿Era nuestra
I
hermana?
respect that.
Given what she did to me, she deserved nothing less. And, apparently, I'm not the only one. I'd rather not talk about it.
I understand.
Why didn't you tell me the truth about her?
I thought that might be too many truths to absorb at one time.
O sea que era
I
nuestra,
intended to tell
perdón,
you
bueno, nuestra
after
hermana, que era nuestra tía.
You were in a hurry, so I made a decision. You've been able to understand and choose for yourself. How do you feel?
Hard to say. Confused about everything?
No
I have
sé
to
qué,
admit,
no sé qué quiero decir.
It's been
no
a
lo sé.
lot to take in such a short amount of time.
What could be
A ver,
more
creo que me
normal?
perdí un poco en el
It may
rollo, en
have
ese
been a bit
comentario que dijo.
brutal, but you've just grown up
Vamos a tranquilizarnos y
in
ver
very
qué nos
short
cuenta.
space of time. From now on, you can influence your own future. I will guide you. We've all the time we need.
You're not the first to make me that offer.
What do you mean by that?
Your brother, Sir Gregory.
Gregory. Why am I not even surprised? What did he say?
Not much. He bid me welcome to the family, that's all.
Louis, Gregory is my brother.
Nada.
Always
Nada, perdón.
has been.
Iniciado. No aparece... No aparecen como en orden.
And he never gave.
A ver. Arrogante, guante blanco, infiltrado. Es que no aparecen como... Creo que era uno extraño, decidido. No sé dónde está. No, ahora no lo encuentro.
Anywhere
No sé.
to say or do, not much. He must have told you that he's worried about me.
Vale, sí. Encontramos persuasión, distracción y ciencias. Es que es inmune a, ya veis, a 3. Normalmente casi todos tienen 2, 1 o tal. Pero es que tiene 3 inmunidades, tío.
That he wants to be there for you, and that you ought to be wary of me.
Yes, something like that.
Vale.
I think he's worried about you.
Worried? Marvelous. That's just like him. You know, in a family like ours, we all have a role to play, and his is to worry about everyone else. Let me reassure you, there's no reason for him to worry about me.
¿Y qué hay de su papel?
And what's your role in this family?
Mine? Oh, I think they probably feel I'm the eternal naysayer, I suppose. I think one mustn't be afraid of change, and that it is healthy to challenge oneself at regular intervals. I don't impose anything on anyone. I'm just following my own path.
But where does it lead?
I suppose I should explain. For centuries now, demons have emerged in and around great leaders all over the world. But like true tyrants, they have governed with an iron fist in a studded glove.
That's the impression I get.
But you see, people's discontent is increasing, and they are too high up to hear it. They take themselves for gods. Sooner or later, the people will turn against us, just as they have in the past. Each time it's happened, many of us have died. We must master the humans, yes, but gently. And the best way of doing that is by allowing them a free choice, Louis.
Sí, es una forma de enfocar esa idea de otra manera y de una forma más tranquila, ¿no? ¿Es ese su proyecto?
So that's your project.
Of course not entirely, no. It is easier to keep control over people who slumber than people who are oppressed. A man with nothing to lose is a dangerous man. Whereas, if you give him a roof, food, and entertainment, he will do whatever you want.
¿Qué me suena eso?
The best way of getting them to achieve something is to make them
Está a la
think
orden
it
del
was
día ahora
their
mismo. Estamos
idea.
todos
For that,
completamente
they have
amansados.
to
Sí.
feel as if they are free.
Hang on.
Una falsa
What
libertad.
do you mean?
Look at the United States. From the start, I introduced an idea that will change everything. The idea that everything is possible. Everyone can become someone. Is there anything more beautiful?
You mean it's not true?
Man can move mountains when he believes it is in his own interest. And what nobler cause is there than his own freedom?
¿Tiene algún otro
Do you
ejemplo?
have any more examples?
Of course.
Hablemos de la esclavitud.
Talk to me about slavery.
Well, take the slave trade, for example. It's an archaic practice that simply has to stop. Today, black slaves of America work for free and in unbearable conditions. Tomorrow, if you free the blacks and offer them work along with a salary, they will bless you for it. Then, they will be integrated into the system. They will be taxable. Once they are free, they will have to work for a roof, pay taxes, and feed their families. Maybe we could take away the civil rights of prisoners, for example. In this way, we'll keep control of all those who respect the system and benefit from the others as a workforce.
Madre mía, lo tiene todo completamente pensado, ¿eh? La emancipación de las
And what would
mujeres.
you propose for women?
They must be given the right to work and to vote. Look, at the moment, they don't work. They take care of raising children. What a mistake. We have to get them out of the house. Make them work. In this way, not only will they become consumers, but they will also delegate the job of education to the system. We could guide humanity from a young age, Louis, don't you see? Today we are wasting too much time.
Tremendo, ¿eh? Pone la piel de gallina, tío, lo que cuenta, en serio. Hablemos de las religiones.
What obscurantism! By harping on this concept of good and evil, guilt and redemption, look where men are now, locked up in beliefs that should no longer exist. It's time for men to rediscover themselves and to take
Luis flipa,
control of
Luis
their
flipa,
lives
tío.
as they
Flipan
really
colores,
are,
flipan
without
colores.
any
Está
moral
alucinando.
judgment.
Está alucinando. ¿El progreso?
Tell me what you think about progress.
Progress is essential, Louis. It's the future.
What else?
Progress must liberate humanity from burdensome chores. Progress must replace man wherever his presence is not obligatory. It creates both the desire and the need. It will liberate women as soon as the machines are able to do all the chores in the home automatically. It will bring men together by bringing a faster means of locomotion. Look at the cultural revolution that printing brought about. But the most important of all has already been laid. The foundation stone. Freedom of speech. The First Amendment of the Constitution. There must be opponents to every project. So, above all, don't develop a one-track approach. Otherwise, man won't have enough room for expression to feel free. If man sees his chains, he will only want to break them. If we give men the feeling that they are free,
La
I am
sensación de
convinced
ser
that they
libre
will
sin
exceed
serlo.
their limits, and it is only from that condition that humanity shall rise up.
But do you want to dominate or raise humanity higher?
I want it to advance. I want it to progress. Man is our vessel. If he progresses, then so do we. Wouldn't you like to know what we really are?
Who do you mean? Demons?
Yes, us. Our species. I've been searching for centuries, trying to find a way to explain the reason of our existence, but humanity has not yet evolved enough to make any progress on the subject. I am convinced that the sciences will bring that knowledge someday.
So, that's your objective, is it? To understand who we are.
¿Sigue siendo manipulación? ¿Por qué no? Después de todo.
I understand your goal, but the change you propose is not really a significant one. It is merely more smoke and mirrors.
You must understand that we directly depend on men. Consequently, we have to do our utmost to help them progress and to prevent them from killing
Sí,
each
ellos,
other.
según ellos, están para guiarnos. Con tantas guerras no parece funcionar.
And you think that's been a success? Humanity? It's almost always at war. And it's been this way forever.
Look, I'm not saying that the task is easy. We've all had failures. And at times, we have even suffered from conflicts on our own side. I'm doing my best to improve the situation. Our family clings to its privileges and to the past, and that's how they are putting us in danger. The time has come for change. Now that you know your true nature, there are still a few things I need to teach you.
What do you mean exactly?
A new skill, and not the least.
Una nueva habilidad,
way.
me encanta.
It's about taking control of a
¿En
person.
serio?
I don't see how I could do that.
I shall help you the first time.
How do you do it?
It's an animal resonance. How it works is still a bit unclear even to us.
Like a wave or a sound?
That seems the most likely, yes. In my opinion, demons are capable of tuning their psychic frequency to that of others. That is why, for example, I tend to surround myself with deaf and dumb servants. The servants dressed in black. I infiltrated them. I opened a channel between them and me, and then I deprived them of speech and hearing. This way, no other demon can turn them against me.
Okay, let's
Qué
not waste
locura,
any more
tío, qué
time.
locura.
I deduce that you're impatient to master what's in store for you. That is good. I thought I'd mix business with pleasure for this first time.
What do you mean by that?
The conference will come to a close shortly, as you know. Not that I'm fed up with archaic diplomacy, but it's time to ensure the success of this project. To make this happen, I would like Piaget to inform the Pope he has changed sides.
You're going to use your powers to alter the votes?
The real game is about to begin, Louis. Up till now, the guests have been sizing each other up. From now on, it's time for Gregory and myself to play, as well as you yourself. Now, here is my plan. I would like you to join His Eminence in his room.
Just play along. We'll see when the time comes. Very well. And then?
You're going to have to trust me. What we're going to do is painless for the human you are going to invade.
Invade?
Yes, you're going to enter his mind and take control. You're going to influence his actions and his psyche. Make him speak, then concentrate. You must focus on him in order to feel his thoughts. Then, while speaking, you must link with him. Once you're done, you will naturally find your way to the source and enter into his thoughts.
But what if I fail?
Trust in your instincts. You just have to let yourself go. You have the skill. Let your nature come to the fore. You'll see. If you fail, you'll be in for some light banter with His Eminence. That's all. There's nothing to be afraid of.
Very well.
Perfect. Go now. The Cardinal is in his room. You will have to write a letter to the Pope as if Piaggi had written it himself. In this letter, tell the Pope that whatever happens during the conference, he must follow my propositions.
Menudo
But be careful.
manipulador el Lord
In
Mortimer.
order to protect himself from counterfeiters, the Pope had Piaggi's hand tattooed with a symbol to be sure of his identity. You'll see when you're inside him. You'll understand. Once it's written up, just bring it back to me and I'll send it off immediately.
All right, I'll take care of it.
Menudo manipulador. Es increíble lo de Lord Mortimer, ¿eh? Es que claro, ahora ya directamente ni se corta ya. ¿Para qué? Es que es una tontería. Además con esos poderes que son completamente alucinantes, tío. Mola muchísimo. Muchísimo. Y no sabía que íbamos a tener esta... quiero decir, estos poderes que realmente lo que hacen es cambiar la historia. Me parece... Wow, me parece alucinante, en serio. Me parece alucinante. Y eso, me parece que además le da un rollo muy interesante al juego. Sin duda. Vale, tenemos que ir a la habitación de Piaggi. Introducirnos en él. Aquí es Perú. Introducirnos en él. Bonaparte, que parece que se va. Hay un montón de maletas. Aquí hay cositas.
We have to talk.
I was just wondering.
Oh, what's she smiling for?
Right. I shall begin. It's going to be an awful lot for you to take in on just one day, but I must tell you that I'm a demon too.
Excuse me?
I know that you are too. Gregory told me everything during my convalescence. And that isn't all. I'm also
¿En
Mortimer's
serio?
daughter. You understand what that means, I hope. That's
Somos
right.
hermanos.
I am a demon too. And I am your sister. And we also slept together. But don't be too hard on yourself. It's a bit unnatural when you think about it, but then you couldn't know. This way at least, everything stays in the family. It's for the best. It mustn't prevent us from living out our affair in the open, however.
Our affair? Have you lost your mind?
I'm far too
Está como un
soft on
cabrito,
you.
colega.
I'll let you have everything, of course. So don't be nasty, if you don't mind.
Emma, it doesn't make sense. The mere thought makes me sick.
Shut up! You always have to ruin everything. But not this time, do you hear me?
Best remain discreet for the time being. We shall go see Father later and tell him everything. Of course, he'll be disappointed because he bet it would be Emily, I think.
Whoa. She is completely
Está
mad.
como una
But I
cabra.
think he will be proud of me when all is said and done.
She's talking to herself. She can't even see me.
He loves me. Oh, he loves me not. Yes, we'll have to tell Father all about this. But I don't want to live on this island. It's too cold.
There's no point in insisting anymore.
I'm going, Emma.
Yes, I'll see you later. La 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 Louie. La la la.
Dios, Emma está fatal de lo suyo, pero está fatal. ¿Pero cómo está así? Está completamente ida de la cabeza, pero completamente. Aquí estaría Godoy. Está completamente ida, flipando, ¿eh? Aquí está nuestra habitación. Y aquí estaría Piaggi, al que veremos en el próximo capítulo de este The Council. Realmente alucinante el giro que ha pegado la historia con Sarah, con Louis, con Lord Mortimer, padres, formamos parte de esta familia de demonios que controlan, ¿no? Pues realmente el destino de Europa es muy muy loco. Tiene una parte también muy simpática y es un juego a que tener muy en cuenta si te gusta lo que ofrece, por supuesto. Sin más, muchísimas gracias por estar ahí, un verdadero placer disfrutar de este Council con vosotros. Si os ha gustado, no dudéis en dejar un buen like, por favor, como siempre digo que ayudan un montón. Y nos vemos de nuevo en The Council. Un saludo para todos, paz, cuidaos.